Eye-opening insight tonight about the federal team put in place almost 20 years ago to fight the gang problem. Good evening. Thanks for watching News Channel 9 at 6.
The Safe Streets Task Force began with 9 members, and tonight we're hearing from one of those original agents. News Channel 9's Karen Zakalak has a new perspective on the problem from someone who tried to fix it for 17 years.
Lindsay, in Calvin, Wayne Jackson explains that gangs were entering Chattanooga the same time the FBI began a new nationwide program. A team here in the Scenic City was designed to crack down on criminal organizations and the illegal weapons they used. It included several local officers along with federal agents. It's a newspaper article nearly 20 years old, one Wayne Jackson has kept as a reminder of what he calls the first major takedown of a gang in Chattanooga.
They were identified as a substantial drug enterprise, substantial criminal activity with robberies, guns, and I think that was probably the first influx of gangs we had here in Chattanooga.
Jackson says that gang was called the Eastdale Posse, and they were suspected of a rash of carjackings and murder. The task force arrested and convicted several of the gang's members, but Jackson says city leaders still denied there was a problem. A mistake he says cost our community in the long run.
I think they would have gotten a real jump on the intelligence and would have recognized the problem.
But Jackson and the 8 others on the Chattanooga Safe Streets Task Force got to work, many concentrating nearly their whole careers on the local gangs, taking down leaders like Mike Daniels through undercover operations.
They do a lot of their work proactively with informants and using cooperating witnesses to help them make cases, but they may be sitting in a dark room somewhere doing a wiretap, just gathering information.
Jackson says inside information through sources was key in their operation. He says some issues have changed over time. The gang members have gotten younger and the gangs themselves stronger. But he says there's one thing that hasn't changed, a big piece of the problem that the city has overlooked for nearly 2 decades.
The thing that I think we've missed as a community is getting into these schools, getting into the communities, getting parents involved.
And Wayne Jackson is News Channel 9's Lindsay Jackson's father. Now today the task force has 6 members and is part of the new Cage Anti-Gang Project. Jackson says as long as its leaders follow through on the plan to coordinate various agencies' efforts, he thinks it'll work. Lindsay.
Karen, thank you. Another federal group now stepping